Hello everyone, and welcome back to the show, Food for Thought. My name is Mason Horn, and today we're talking about something very, but very serious. Fast food. Yes, the food we promise to stop eating every Monday morning, and then somehow eat again by Wednesday night, and then the next day, and then maybe one more time over the weekend just to be sure. Let's be honest, fast food has a way of showing up in our lives at the most convenient and dangerous times. You're hungry, you're tired, you don't feel like cooking. You drive past a restaurant, smell the fries, and suddenly your whole plan for the week is gone. One minute you're saying, I'm gonna eat clean this week. Next minute you're in a drive-thru saying, can I get mozzarella sticks, extra sauce, and maybe a dessert too? So here's the real question. Can we enjoy fast food without feeling like we made the worst decision of our lives right after? To help figure this out, I'm here with our special guest, Juan Tabon, a nutrition expert who understands food much better than I do. Thank you for being here today. I'm very excited.
No, yeah, thank you for having me. And before anyone gets nervous, I am not here to take away your fries forever. We're just here to talk about, about balance and smart choices.
That's a great relief. I actually feel even more excited to have you here now. I almost didn't invite you because I was afraid you were going to cancel burgers completely.
No cancellations today. Just smarter ordering, my friend.
Good. Because if this became an anti-burger meeting, I was going to have to leave my own show. Let's start very simple. Why do people love fast food so much? What makes it so hard to avoid?
Well, it is fast, it's affordable, and it tastes good. And honestly, after a long day, cooking feels like a lot of work. So fast food feels easy and comforting. It's also everywhere. You see it when you drive, when you scroll online, and even when you're just trying to get some gas.
And let's forget, no dishes in the sink at all. That alone deserves respect.
Exactly, yep. So no dishes is a powerful motivation.
And I think for a lot of people, fast food is not just about food, it's about convenience. Sometimes people are busy with work, school, family, and life in general. So when dinner time comes, they just want something quick.
No, that is true. I mean, a lot of people are not choosing fast food because they do not care. I mean, sometimes they're choosing it because it feels like the easiest option in that moment.
That makes sense. And also, fast food is kind of built to be tempting. The smells, the pictures, the combo deals, the giant drinks, the words like crispy and loaded and double. They know exactly what they're doing.
No, they really do. I mean, the menu is designed to make food sound exciting and hard to resist.
Very dangerous, respectfully. So we're not here to tell people never eat fast food again. We're here to say, eat it smarter. Correct?
Yes, small changes can make a big difference over time.
I like that. Small changes, because sometimes people hear health advice and think it has to be extreme. They think they have to become a completely different person overnight.
Exactly, but most people do better when they make realistic changes. You don't have to be perfect, you just want to be more aware of what you're ordering and how often.
Okay, let's talk about some rules. What would you recommend when thinking about ordering food from these places? Like, what is rule number one?
Well, rule number one is simple. I mean, choose grilled instead of fried. If the menu says crispy or extra crunchy, they usually mean more oil and more calories.
So crispy is basically code for this will taste amazing, but will not help you later.
Yeah, that's one way to say it, yeah.
Honestly, this is a heartbreaking truth, but an important one. So, grilled when possible. What is rule number two?
Watch the sauces. Some sauces have more sugar and fat than most people realize. You ask for them on the side. That way you can control how much you use.
So you're telling me sauce is not innocent?
The sauce is sneaky.
Very important information. Please write that down. That sauce is sneaky. Okay, give me rule number three.
Watch your drinks. Sodas, milkshakes, sweet teas, and fancy coffee drinks can add a lot of sugar very fast. Water is usually the better choice.
That's a hard one for people because drinks do not always feel like part of the meal.
Yeah, but they count a lot. Sometimes changing the drink is one of the easiest ways to make the meal lighter.
So even if someone keeps the burger, switching the drink can still be a better choice?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great example of balance. You don't have to always change everything. Sometimes one smart switch, just can help.
And what about fries? Because I feel like fries are the part people get emotional about.
Yes, fries they're very emotional for people. You can still have them. Maybe just choose a small instead of a large. Portion size matters a lot.
You're very calm when you say painful things.
Yeah, well, I try.
Okay. So let me make sure I got it. Choose grilled when possible, watch the sauces, be careful with drinks, And think about portion sizes.
Yes, yeah. Those are a few rules people can remember.
Okay. Before we go to break, I want to ask one more thing. Is fast food always bad, or is that too simple?
That's too simple. Fast food is not always bad. I mean, it depends on what you choose, how much you eat, and how often you eat it. One meal doesn't define your whole lifestyle.
That is actually very helpful, because people can be hard on themselves. They eat one thing and then act like everything is ruined.
That happens a lot, but guilt is not the point. Awareness is the point.
That is good.
Yeah.
Awareness, not guilt. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we're naming real restaurants and talking about what to order without regret.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now, I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on
paper. You talking to me? You talking to me?
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
That is so fat.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
Welcome back. We're talking about fast food and how to make smarter choices without making life miserable, because that's important too. Now we're getting real specific. Real places, real menus, real temptation. Let's start with Chipotle.
Chipotle can actually be a very good option. You choose a bowl instead of a large burrito, and you add grilled chicken, beans, vegetables, and maybe rice, depending on how hungry you are. And maybe do not say yes to every topping that they offer.
When they ask anything else, it feels rude to say no.
Well, it's okay to say no. Your body will definitely thank you.
And I guess bowls can help because you actually see what's going in.
Oh yeah, a bowl can make it easier to be aware of your portions.
What about the chips on the side?
That is where people have to be honest with themselves. If you really want them, you maybe share them, or maybe skip them if you already have a full meal.
Okay, moving on before maybe it gets a little too personal. What about McDonald's?
With McDonald's, smaller portions help. You might choose a smaller sandwich instead of the biggest one on the menu. You can skip the extra large fries and soda, and you can also think about grilled options when available.
So maybe we don't need to soda the size of a small swimming pool.
Exactly.
What about breakfast there? I mean, because people love breakfast fast food too.
No, yeah, I mean, breakfast can be tricky because some people eat breakfast sandwiches and they might be heavy, and people may also add, hash browns and sweet coffee drinks. Again, it all comes to balance. Maybe choose one treat, not every treat at the same time.
Very wise. Not every treat at the same time. Okay, what about Subway?
Subway give you choices too. Whole wheat bread, lean protein like turkey, lots of vegetables, and goes easy on heavy dressings.
So maybe not like 5 lines of mayonnaise?
Maybe just one. I mean, also people should remember that just because something is called sandwich does not automatically make it light. It depends on what is inside.
This is true. Because some sandwiches are basically a full celebration. What about places like Chick-fil-A?
Well, a grilled chicken sandwich is usually a better choice than fried nuggets with fries and milkshake. Again, it doesn't mean never enjoy what you like. It just means know what you're choosing.
And the sauces there, they're also very sneaky.
Yes, very sneaky.
Sauces are getting exposed today. Okay, Taco Bell. What can people do there?
Well, Taco Bell can work if people watch their portions. Maybe choose a couple tacos instead of ordering lots of extra sides. Beans can be a good option. And again, watch the sauces, creamy extras and sugary drinks.
So the lesson is not do not go. The lesson is do not act like you have never seen food before.
Yes, that is a very strong way to say it, but yeah.
This one's very personal and emotional. What about Wendy's?
Well, Wendy's has salads, grilled chicken options when available, and smaller burgers. The key is not turning one meal into a huge combo plus extra plus dessert unless it's a very occasional thing.
That's where people get caught. They start with a meal and then somehow the order just keeps growing. What's the biggest mistake people make when ordering fast food?
Well, they go when they are extremely hungry. When you're starving, everything sounds like a good idea.
Yes, suddenly the entire menu seems like a personal challenge. So what should people do before they get to that point?
Well, try not to wait until you're desperate. Eat something smaller earlier if you can. Even a snack can help you make calmer choices later.
That's smart. Because if you go in already feeling wild, the order is just going to reflect that. What about kids and families? Because a lot of families use fast food when they're busy.
I mean, that's very common for families. Planning ahead can help. I mean, even deciding before you get there what you are going to order can make a difference. It's easier to make a smart choice before you're standing under a bright menu while you're hungry.
That's true. Once you're in the moment, all logic disappears. Before the next break, let's do something fun. I'm going to name a fast food situation, and then you tell me the smarter move. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. You're leaving class late, you're tired, and you just want chicken and fries.
Well, you choose grilled chicken if possible. You get a small fry and a water.
You're on a road trip and want something filling.
Choose something with protein, maybe a sandwich with vegetables, and skip the meal that's too heavy.
You're sad, you want comfort food.
That's more emotional than nutritional. I would say enjoy your comfort food, but try not to let one emotional moment turn into one giant meal you regret.
Okay, one more. You're with friends and everyone is ordering the biggest meal possible.
Well, remember that you don't have to order like everyone else. Choose what works for you.
Peer pressure exists in the drive-thru too. After this short break, we're going to give you one simple rule to remember every single time you order fast food, but we're going to go deeper because I want to know how people can build better habits without feeling miserable. Stay with us.
Every day, more and more college students choose to drink more coffee and not get enough sleep. This results in them sleeping during class, in obscure places in public, and when they're trying to study. Make sure you get enough sleep. Don't always rely on coffee.
Hey, class starts in 5 minutes. You coming?
Yeah, I'll catch up.
You still here?
Oh, yeah. I'm coming to class.
Where are you going? Class ended.
Oh.
If you're so glued to your phone, why don't you minor in social media?
Oh. Okay.
Welcome back. We're here with Juan, and we have been talking about fast food, balance, smart choices, and the emotional pain of hearing that a large fry does not always need to become part of your personality. Now, before the break, we said we were going to give people one simple rule to remember every single time they order fast food. So let's start there. What's the one rule?
Well, my simple rule is build your meal. Do not let the menu build it for you.
Okay, explain that.
A lot of people order whatever the combo says without thinking, but you can pause and build the meal yourself. Ask, do I need this drink? Do I want fries, or could I choose something lighter? Do I want the biggest size, or is the smaller one enough? That little pause matters.
It's really good, because a combo kind of tells you what your meal should be, even if you didn't actually choose it, and because it sounds like a deal.
Yeah, but saving a little money does not always mean it's the best choice for your body.
That's true. Sometimes the deal costs you and how you feel. Let's talk about that, because I think that matters. Sometimes people choose food based only on taste in the moment and not on how they'll feel 20 minutes later.
I mean, that's a great point. People should ask themselves not only what do I want right now, but also how do I want to feel after the meal? Do you want to feel satisfied and comfortable, heavy, or tired?
That question alone could change a lot of orders. I feel like this is where people need honesty, because there are times when the food tastes great for 10 minutes and then afterwards you feel like you need to lie down and rethink your life.
I mean, that happens, yeah.
To me, personally. What are some signs that people maybe need to change their fast food habits a little?
Well, if they're going to be eating it very often, if they always feel bad after eating, if they're relying on it because they never make planned meals, or if they feel like they're choosing it without even thinking anymore, those are signs to pause and look at the habit.
That makes sense. This is not really about one burger, it's about patterns.
Exactly, yeah. Habits matter more than one single meal.
So let's talk about habits. How can someone start building better habits without making it feel impossible?
You start small. Maybe you usually get a soda every time, change that first. Maybe you always choose fried food, try grilled one once or twice a week. Maybe you always get the biggest combo. Try getting the one size smaller and start with that one habit.
That feels much more manageable, because when people try to change everything at once, they usually get tired and give up. What about meal planning? Because I know some people hear that phrase and immediately get stressed.
Well, meal planning doesn't have to be fancy. It can be just simple. It can just mean knowing what you might eat later, so you're less likely to make random choices when you're tired.
So it does not have to be a refrigerator full of perfect containers.
No, it can be simple. Maybe you know what you're having for dinner. Maybe you pack a snack. Maybe you keep easy food at home. That can really help.
That's good, because social media just makes everything look so extreme. People feel like if they're not fully organized with 10 glass containers and color-coded meals, they're just failing. Let's talk about money, because that matters too. Some people choose fast food because they think healthier choices always cost more.
Sometimes healthier options can cost more, but not always. And even inside a fast food restaurant, there are often better choices that do not cost much more. Also, planning ahead at home can save money over time.
So even from a money point of view, mindless ordering all the time may not help, but what about cravings? People don't just want food, they want a specific food.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal. You first pause and ask, am I hungry, tired, bored, stressed, or emotional? Sometimes the craving is about more than food, but if you really want the food, you can still have it. Just order in a more balanced way.
Yeah, that's pretty helpful. Because telling yourself never usually makes the craving stronger. So if someone wants a burger, maybe they can have the burger, but make better choices around it.
Exactly. Maybe have the burger, but get a water and a smaller side. That's still a better choice than turning into the largest meal possible.
What about late night fast food? Because that's its own special category.
Late night fast food it's often more about the convenience and cravings. People are tired, maybe with friends, maybe coming home late, and they're less likely to think carefully in those moments. You know, portion size matters even more.
So late night decision making is not always the strongest. Let's do a quick myth section. Myth number 1. If I eat healthy all day, I can order absolutely anything at work at night and it doesn't matter.
Not exactly. I mean, what you eat throughout the day does matter, but it does not erase everything. Balance works over time, not through one perfect meal and not one wild meal.
Myth number 2. If something is called a salad, it must be healthy.
Also not true. Some salads are very heavy because of fried toppings, cheese, sauces, and dressings.
So the salad can be wearing a disguise. Myth number 3. If I skip a meal, I am saving calories for fast food later.
That can backfire because then you get hungry and overorder.
Myth number 4. Healthy eating means never having fun food.
Definitely false. Healthy eating should include balance. Food is also part of life, culture, fun, and enjoyment.
Thank you. People need to hear that. Let's talk about social situations. Let's say your friends want fast food. Your family wants fast food. Everyone around you wants fast food. How do you handle that without making it awkward?
Well, you don't have to make a speech. Just choose what works for you. Order what you want. Maybe eat a little less. Maybe you choose water. You can still be part of the moment without doing exactly what everyone else is doing.
That's a good point. People act like every food choice has to be a debate. Another question. How can someone tell whether they're actually hungry or just eating because food is there?
Well, that takes practice. Try checking in with yourself before an order. Ask, am I physically hungry or am I just tempted? Some people it is hunger. Sometimes it is the smell, the mood, the habit.
That's deep. Fast food becomes part of routine for people. So what about sharing meals? Is that helpful?
It can be. Sharing fries, splitting a dessert, or dividing a larger order can help with portion control without feeling like you're having to mess something up.
All right, now I want to do a rapid round. I'm going to give you situations people actually deal with, and you tell me the smarter move. Ready?
Ready.
You're at the mall, you're hungry, and the food court is just calling your name.
Choose something with protein. Maybe grilled chicken or a sandwich and vegetables, and do not let the side items take over the meal.
You're at school, between classes, and only have 10 minutes.
Pick something simple and filling, and avoid using hunger as a reason to get the biggest thing possible.
You're with friends after a game or event, and everyone wants fries, burgers, and desserts.
You choose one thing you really want and keep the rest simple.
You're stressed, and you want a comfort meal.
Pause first. Ask what you really need. If you still want the meal, enjoy it, but try not to order from stress alone.
You are celebrating something.
That's okay. Enjoy your food. Celebration meals are part of life. Just don't turn it every random day into a celebration meal.
I think there's also something emotional here that matters. A lot of people have a complicated relationship with food. Sometimes they feel guilty. Sometimes they feel judged. Sometimes they feel pressure. And what would you say to someone who feels bad every time they eat fast food?
I would say, be kinder to yourself. Food choices matter, but guilt is not a healthy habit either. Learn from your choices. Notice patterns and try to do a little better next time. But do not treat yourself badly over one meal.
That's really good. Because people can be really mean to themselves. So what helps more?
Awareness, planning, balance, and patience.
Okay. Before we wrap up, I want a few final practical tips. Not big speeches, just clear things people can remember. Tip number 1.
Do not order when you're starving if you can help it.
Tip number 2.
Choose grilled over fried when possible.
Tip number 3.
Watch sauces and dressings.
Tip number 4.
Water is usually a strong choice.
Tip number 5.
Smaller portions still count as a meal.
Tip number 6.
One balanced choice is better than more.
That's good. Very simple, very clear. Now give us one final simple message everyone can remember.
Fast food is not evil. You just be smart. Choose grilled when you can, control sauces, drink water, and watch portion sizes. It does not have to be perfect, just better than yesterday.
I like that. Better than yesterday. Not perfect, but better. Now, we can still enjoy fast food just without acting like it's our last meal on Earth.
Exactly. Balance is everything.
Thank you for being here.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching. Remember, smart choices add up over time. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.